All right, some quick thoughts here with World Cup 2026 extra time on the two games that have ended the latest day of World Cup play. I think it's like day 21 already, but it is more importantly day number four of the round of 32. Let's talk about obviously the US first. US getting their first win in the knockout stage in 24 years, only their second ever in the knockout stage by beating Bosnia-Herzegovina 2-0. Great first half for the United States. They just never got the ball into the back of the net until Flo Balogun scored in the 45th minute. And that wouldn't be the last time we would talk about Flo Balogun. It was really the first 12 minutes were all Bosnia's in terms of pressure, in terms of just getting everything on net. But it changed after that. And the US had some very, very good fast break type offense. And it really, really could have easily been 2-0, could have easily been 3-0. But the story of this game really comes into the second half in multiple lacks. Physicality was at an all-time high, and unfortunately, it was probably the most inadvertent physical play that is going to be the big story as Flo Balogun then gets a red card at the 64th minute. I don't think it was a red card. In fact, I think it was originally not called a foul at all, but then VAR did check, and Balogun inadvertently went low, but did get the ankle of the Bosnian player. So that was a big loss. He got sent off. The US were playing with 10 men for the rest of the game. And they looked much better defensively. Probably, if you were looking for a good challenge defensively, that was it. They looked outstanding, especially in the first like 10 minutes after pretty much going right into that hydration break. Then, pretty much after that, it was almost a hold on tight situation. In fact, believe it or not, Bosnia only ended up with 51% possession in this game. Expected goals was only US only had 0.92 on expected goals. So they actually improved their expected goals and had three offsides. Two of them wiped out goals as well. But it was the Malik Tillman just brilliant free kick that gave US the 2-0 lead. And Bosnia, they looked okay. I think this is probably not the way that they wanted this game to go offensively. It was probably they seemed overmatched at certain points of this game, and I think overall the U.S. did out hustle them in a lot of occasions, and even when it was 10 on 11, the U.S. just kind of looked like the more put together team out there, and they are. So they are on to the knockouts round of 16. They'll go back to Seattle, where they have that very great atmosphere against Australia. And their opponent is going to be Belgium. Oh boy, this game, I don't know what to say about this game. It seems like we've just gotten World Cup classics out of nowhere, and this became one of them. Senegal looked like a team that was that's one of the top 20 teams in FIFA. Diarra scoring in the 24th minute. Sar, who is Emilia Sar, who just has now 5 goals, which is the second most all time for an African player. He scores in the 51st minute, and Senegal had a lot of possession in this game. It seemed like it ended up being more Belgium, but Belgium, especially even right after the second hydration break, still looked like that they were up 2-0 the way Senegal was controlling the ball and trying to get their third goal. And they almost did in the 84th minute, but then immediately after that, here comes Lukaku. Belgium gets a run. Here comes Lukaku. Okay, it's 2-1. That's an 86-minute goal. All I got to do is hold on, and Belgium scores literally 3 minutes later with Tillmans scoring in the 89th minute. Oh no. It's almost like Senegal just broke down defensively for a good 10-minute stretch at the end of what would end up being the second half, not the winning half, because obviously they did go in extra time. And then again, Belgium kind of plays pretty damn good for most of the second half until the very, very end, where a late penalty comes down there and comes down right at the spot, and Tillman scores on a penalty shot, on a penalty kick, and penalty shot, penalty kick, but Belgium wins 3-2. We were about to talk about, is this golden generation done? A disappointing after not even making the knockouts in Qatar, being knocked out here, but they survive and advance to the round of 16. They will play the United States. Belgium and US will play Monday night. Could be a big day. Spain, Portugal could be leading up to Belgium and the US. And they're going to play most likely without Flo Balogun. I don't see any way anything gets overturned. That's going to kind of hurt a little bit. But if the US can find an offensive flow, they'll have 4 days to kind of prepare, make adjustments to the lineup. This is not impossible for the United States to get out of this. Belgium definitely, for a good 85 minutes today, did not look like the team that was about to score 2 goals in 4 minutes. We'll see what happens. So, again, Belgium and the United States are locked in as the fifth confirmed round of 16 match. Again, that'll be Monday night. We'll talk tomorrow. We have 3 games: Spain, Austria, Croatia, Portugal, and the nightcap will be Switzerland and Algeria. I will talk to you after the Croatia Portugal game tomorrow. This is World Cup 2026 Extra Time.